What's up and welcome to a very special kind of funny screencast. The time is finally here. We are about to react to James Gunn's Superman trailer. Of course, I am Tim Geddes. I'm joined by the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
You believe a man can fly, Tim.
Look up.
And the biggest Superman fan in the world, Greg Miller.
Hello, Timothy. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't start getting nervous till 8:48.
Okay.
On the clock when I was like, oh, man, it's about to happen.
It's about to happen.
Pulling off the highway, it's happening.
It was just over 9 years ago, on December 2nd, 2015, that you and I sat in the original spare bedroom reacting to the Batman v Superman trailer.
Great trailer.
One of the
great trailer, Nick. Don't shake your head.
One of the highest performing videos in kind of funny history at 356,000 views. You absolutely lose your mind. You say there's no way this movie could possibly be bad.
And I was correct.
And you stand by it to this day. But we are about to see the beginning of the live action DCU from James Gunn.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. Of course, just real quick, just getting it out of the way. Of course, you can get the Kind of Funny membership. You get the shows live and ad-free as we record them. Said that wrong, but you get what I'm saying. You also get the daily exclusive Greg Way. And I want to give a shout out to our Patreon producers, Delaney Twining and Carl Jacobs. Today we're brought to you by Heart Electric, Still Wakes the Deep, RM Frames, and Marvel Snap. But I don't want to waste any more time. Greg,
Yeah.
any final thoughts before we hit play on this thing?
I'm hopeful. I've seen nothing. My phone is in D&D. I have an away message up. I haven't looked, or you know what I mean? Nick spoiled one thing for me because he couldn't just keep off IMDb like we all asked him to.
I got to figure out people's names.
You don't. You don't. Not while you're watching the trailer.
David Cord Sweat.
You're getting better.
Hey.
You're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm hopeful. I think they're going to nail it. Just the tease got me going, so I'm hoping the full-blown trailer, however long it is. I also don't know that. Do you know how long it is?
I don't.
I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that motion poster got me going. Have you heard the music in this shit, Nick?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay,
from
good.
This. I didn't even know they were calling it Superman until I literally just logged out.
Yeah, they dropped the legacy.
I thought it was still Legacy.
Yeah, drop the legacy.
That's how radio silent I have become.
New beginning, everybody. All right, let's get into it. James Gunn's Superman.
$219, nice.
Here we go. Same shot from Man of Steel. Oh.
Very Dragon Ball.
Very. Getting his ass kicked in. Is it a wig, Nick?
Immediately. He could be hurt. That's how you get me.
Maybe the coolest credit ever.
God damn.
Come on.
Oh shit, he's calling crypto.
Dude, that's fucking awesome!
Are you kidding me?
Sick.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Superman.
Oh, fuck.
Haircut.
That was real good. The kid
Wow.
saying Superman made me tear up. That's where he got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we watch anything else sound, please?
looks, yeah.
I love this.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
An amazing shot.
He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks real good as Lex.
Superman.
All right.
Love that final scene of him and Lois, the fucking thing wigging out in the back. Like, Earth Destroyer in the back, and like, he's gonna hug her.
Let's unleash you, Greg. What'd you think?
Oh, man. There's a lot to unpack there. It doesn't go the direction I thought it was going to go. I thought we would open in a more hopeful, smiley, this is Superman, we're cheerful with it, which I don't think there's not cheer to be found in the trailer, obviously. But, you know, opening on him getting his ass kicked, right, dropped. I think that's a powerful move, of course. I think, you know, the main thing working against Superman is generations of people thinking he's too strong, he's too powerful, he's boring because he can just rewind time, right? I think so. Starting on a strong shot of him having his ass whooped or whatever by what's going on sounds pretty great. I hate the hair for Clark.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I think maybe the more I see it, but even that shot, the shot of him walking into the Daily Planet from the street is the same leaked photo we've seen forever of Clark, them shooting this. And when they were shooting, I was like, oh, this will look better on film. And I don't think this shot looks better on film. Him in the Daily Planet looked better. I thought this doesn't look great.
Yeah, I think him in the Daily Planet and him with Jonathan Kent, which I assume that's his dad.
Yeah, no, that's Jonathan Kent, but that's his real hair there. This is real hair. I don't think the Clark hair is his real hair, is it?
I think it is. I think it is. I think this is him just like moosed up and greased up.
Okay,
because if you see him in the Daily Planet, it looks a little bit more natural. I think they really just kind
here.
of
I think inside here, I think it looks better than it did out there.
And it's possible that was a reshoot and they needed to throw a wig. Which
that
of
looks
course
fine. That looks fine.
It's acceptable to have a wig in a reshoot.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
It's not acceptable to have a wig throughout the entire movie. No, and I think this might be his real hair.
Zondo in the chat says he looks like Tony Khan. And he really does, Greg.
He does look like Tony Khan, 100%.
I think in canon, it's that he's flying fast and it's
That's
sticking
cool.
it back, because I think that would be a really fun solution.
That'd be cool. I doubt it, but I like that.
I'd like to have my Superman grounded, and I think it's ridiculous if we don't see him put mousse in his hair. He's got to put the mousse in his hair.
I'll put the moose in the hair.
Well,
He has to turn around into the suit and then curl.
Super
Nah, he's
fast.
fine.
Slip it back. Yeah, slip it back like that.
I love this. I love how the Daily Planet looks. I think it's stylized to a degree, but not overly stylized like we've seen before, and not super grounded like we've seen in like Man of Steel.
Where would you say we've seen it overly stylized?
In the Singer Superman.
Oh, okay.
Where you walk in and it sort of feels cartoonish to a degree. You know, versus the original Superman where it feels like an actual office, and then Man of Steel where it feels like a CNN office style thing. Here, I like that there's little touches of the Art Deco. There's little touches of like what Metropolis should be, which is sort of that like, you know, hyper-realized world where it is grounded, but it is still cartoonish. It is still comic bookish, and I like that. I love this actor, by the way. The guy that got from Pa Kent. Yeah, the guy that's his name is Pruitt Taylor Vince. And the only thing I know, he's a character actor, and the only thing I can pull him from was he was the priest in Constantine. That like was that like they kept from remember he has to kept breaking the bottles to try to drink, and the demon wouldn't let him drink. He's been in a bunch of shit, but he's a really good actor.
Yeah, no, that's not my pull for him. I got to pull up his IMDb. But yeah, like you said, he's always like
he's like always the side character.
Yeah, he's always like a bad because he's a big old boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
But he's a great actor. And then obviously we haven't seen Perry White in this, but we know it's going to be Wendell Pierce, which is great.
Yeah.
And I'm super stoked to see him, of course, because you all know him from, of course, Suits.
Of course.
Oh, of course. It all comes back
and Suits
to
LA
Suits.
coming in February, everyone. Let's go.
Nick, what do you think of this?
I really like it. I think it's going to be a big hodgepodge of a bunch of great stuff, and I'm hoping it all comes together well. I don't know what's going on in this, and so to see Guy Gardner, to see some of the other things that are happening, I don't know who the bad guy is. Obviously, Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult looks great. It looks like it's going to be what we've all talked about, which is a bunch of characters coming together. I have no idea how any of the other characters are going to play into this, and honestly, it's going to be fun to watch. And it just looks like a Superman movie should look, in my opinion, which I know sounds crazy, but like it's colorful. It feels like it's going to be fun. I love that they depowered him a little bit. I love that can get his ass kicked, or at least when he falls to Earth, he has a little bit of blood on him, which is great.
How depowered it'll be interesting to see.
I mean, to a degree, I'm sure. I don't know what's the robot there. Do you know?
Kellex I would imagine it's Kellex.
Yeah, okay.
Running the Fortress of Solitude. I know we're going to do a frame by frame or whatever as we go through some of it, because there's interesting stuff happening with Stag Industry, Metamorpho. I would say that's Kellex. We're at the fortress. It looks like, even if it looks like the fortress is growing, perhaps. And then in the background you got your ball of light there.
But I mean, I watch this and I go, yeah, looks like a Superman movie. I want to go see it.
Yeah. This is a movie I want to watch like 100 more times. Like I think it's so entertaining. There's so much cool stuff going on. I love James Gunn. I feel like the tone that they went with this, the music, the style of the titles was impeccable. They know what they're doing. I love the colors. I love how poppy everything is. Like it feels like there's a lot of choices going on, and I like that. I feel like that leads to a vision that someone has, and we've seen that many times with James Gunn. It's funny for me as definitely not the DC guy at all. I don't know 90% of the characters in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a lifelong comic fan,
That's why we keep Greg
all this
here.
stuff.
Because if you didn't know DC, would have fired him years ago.
Like we are getting into like what the fuck are we talking about here? But hey, that may be a good thing. We've seen it a million times with Guardian and Suicide Squad, et cetera, et cetera. I do wonder. It's like, can we do it again? This is the most important time to do it. But looking at this, it does really feel like a cartoon come to life, which I think is awesome. Like this looks like the Justice League cartoon, but it's real.
Crypto's in this. So.
I know, and like they're playing it.
Cartoon.
They're playing it right. I think. Like I think it's very cool to see the big. I don't know what it is, but kaiju thing fighting them. Like
I don't know what that guy is either. Chad, if that monster's got a name and I don't know about it, please let me know.
I think they did a good job of throwing so much shit in here that I'm like, I'm excited to see how it connects. I also like that I don't know the movie. I don't know exactly plot by plot, beat by beat, what's going to happen. I'm sure there will be trailers to come that might change that, but James Gunn's usually pretty good about that stuff as well. Performances seem great. Like I'm just super into this. This looks very rad. My only concern is that it might go a little too deep into starting the universe off with everyone's here, but not Batman. It's everyone else.
I'm okay with that though. Because
we'll
for
see
so
when
long,
you watch the movie.
Well, we'll see. We will see. But what I like about it is that it feels like you're jumping into a specific vibe, and that vibe is, for all intents and purposes, it kind of feels a lot like the animated series, where it's just a lot of stuff happening. The characters are just there, and there is this big, broad, beautiful, hopeful DC universe that's happening. And even I know it sounds weird saying that with him like getting slammed out of the world and spitting blood as the first scene, but seeing Crypto there really has a definitive sort of vibe that they're going for that I like. I like that it's going to be, anything goes, and hopefully it just needs to be controlled and focused. And I like that the Lex Luthor character looks like a more traditional Lex Luthor character. He's a bit unhinged, but smart and cool and bald, and his name's Nick.
I mean, I love the building designs for all of this. Like the Daily Planet actually having the big planet on the
globe,
top,
yeah.
and the Luthor Corp like bridge, like that stuff.
So cool.
I feel like really does.
Building.
I feel like a lot of the superhero movies, the DC side of things, it all just feels like Chicago or New York. It doesn't feel like Metropolis or Gotham. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. So seeing this, it's like, this feels like Metropolis. This feels like they're building a comic book world in live action, and I think that is so damn important for this DCU to have an identity that it can kind of grow from that really does feel like its own thing. Because I mean, it's going to be hard. This is now the multiple reboot of these characters in the DC world.
But this feels different. enough for me, right? Where it does not, when I watch this with the song, and obviously we're bringing in a legacy of that song being very, very, very nostalgic for every single
I think it's
person.
cool they're using it. I'm glad they're keeping it. I think it's just so iconic you can't get away from it. And I don't think it should be sacrosanct. I know some people want to keep that with Christopher Reeve. I know when they used it as in Smallville, some people loved it. Some people, I think they earned it when they used it and stuff like that. I like using it here. I like putting your own twist on. I like making it a little bit more thick, bombastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested if they actually stick with this
Agreed.
theme for the movies. I hope they do, though. Like, I feel like the characters having themes that transcend between different iterations of the character can be a good thing. When you have literally one of the most iconic theme songs ever created in John Williams' Superman, you use it. But on top of that, the composer of this movie is a fucking badass. I forget his name, but
Junkie XL.
no, it's
Yep.
not. It's not. He
Hans
did Sonic
Zimmerman.
3, though.
Oh,
he did
great.
Sonic 3. Give me 1 second.
Looking at that, hearing that, obviously bring that nostalgia into this is he knows what he's doing here.
John Murphy,
Okay.
who you might not recognize that name, but he's the guy that did the Kick-Ass soundtrack, and he also did the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
So it's like when do you remember the X-Men Days of Future? Yes, X-Men Days of Future Class trailer. Like
Vaguely.
there's one song that is like
First Class
the
or Days of Future Past?
It's one of the two.
Okay.
It's one of the two. I think it's Days of Future Past though.
Okay.
But it uses the song that's from I think Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and Kick-Ass also uses it in the scene where Nicolas Cage is dying.
It's a hard pull. I know. I'm sorry. I'm
anyway.
I'm
It's
leaving you
one of the
hanging now.
best trailer songs ever, and like John Murphy got the stuff.
He's got
Okay.
the stuff.
Oh, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool they let him use that at least for the trailer.
Well, I want to get. I'm
bad.
champing at the bit to get deeper into this. Can we do ads or whatever you need to do, and then come back and go trailer by trailer,
let's do
scene
that.
by scene, whatever we got to do?
We're gonna do ads, and when we get back, we're gonna do a frame by frame breakdown of James Gunn's Superman trailer. We'll be right back. This episode's brought to you by Heart Electric. Heart Electric is an upcoming 4-team arena shooter with a fresh twist. Outthink and outplay your opponents to ultimately come out on top in the battle for life-sustaining energy. Made by developers from the Battlefield series and Helldivers 2, Heart Electric is all about eliminating 3 other teams by dropping their energy to 0 while keeping your team's energy supply high. How you keep yourself in play is up to your own scheming. Take a direct approach and steal energy from other teams' bases, or complete assignments while staying out of the spotlight. When one team takes the lead, do you communicate with the other teams and form a temporary truce? Or do you take advantage of the panic to launch a sneaky assault on the weakest link? Heart Electric's winter playtest is going down January 18th, starting at noon Eastern Time. Sign up through Steam to not miss the chance to try the next big FPS. Heart Electric. If you're ready to feel the pulse and beats the odds, jump into Heart Electric on January 18th. Visit bit.ly/heartelectrickKF to sign up and feel the pulse. Still Wakes the Deep is a first-person narrative horror game from the genre masters at the Chinese Room. Featuring an all-star cast of Scottish actors, it combines grounded storytelling with unknowable horror for a truly unique and terrifying adventure. Set at Christmas 1975, you play as Kaz McCleary, a family man running from the police by taking a job on the Barra-D oil rig. But the holiday cheer turns to festive fear as something incomprehensible comes aboard and starts wiping out everything in its path. With your escape routes cut off and no way to contact the mainland, your only hope is to run and hide as you make your way across the collapsing rig. Navigate pitch black corridors, crawl through tight underwater spaces, and try not to make a sound during tense stealth sections. Whatever you are afraid of, Still Wakes the Deep has something that will freak you out. To celebrate the festive season, Still Wakes the Deep is currently 35% off on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5. Buy today and add some horror to your holidays. This episode's brought to you by Aura Frames. Let's be honest, what most people really want for the holidays is to see their favorite people more often. That's why this year, the best gift that you can give, besides plane tickets, is an Aura digital picture frame. Aura Frames are incredibly smart and easy to use, allowing you to upload unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. Plus, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app, so it's ready to go right out of the box. Greg, Kevin, and a ton of people here at Kind of Funny are obsessed with their Aura frames. It takes about 2 minutes to set up a frame using the Aura app. That means you'll be able to easily add all of the photos of the new memories you make this holiday season. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code KindofFunny at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code kinda funny. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. auraframes.com, promo code kinda funny. This episode's brought to you by Marvel Snap. Y'all know Marvel Snap completely took over my life when it burst on the scene 2 years ago. I love it so much that I even mentioned Marvel Snap in my own wedding vows, because to this day, my wife Gia is so obsessed that she has not missed a single day of completing her challenges. Marvel Snap is an award-winning collectible card game that combines deep strategy, a unique snapping mechanic, and your favorite Marvel characters with thousands of unique card art variants created by renowned artists to collect and use. New cards are released every week, new seasons every month, and frequent events keep the game fresh and exciting. Each game only takes about 3 minutes, so you can get in and out wherever you are. And with more than 270 cards in Marvel Snap with over 2,000 unique art variants, you'll always find some new fun. Art is central to Marvel Snap. They have partnered with over 300 renowned artists to create all of the unique art in the game, and it's always cool to see the new designs. Download the Marvel Snap app now, available on the App Store, Google Play, and Steam, or visit marvelsnap.com to learn more. Greg, before we get into the frame-by-frame breakdown of this, what do you think's going on now that you've seen the trailer twice?
Yeah, I'm processing a lot of information on the back end right now. I've begun searching the internet and stuff, but the one thing I'm not seeing people put down on what's going on here is that I think what you're about to get is, stick with me, Lex's plot to turn the world against Superman. And what I'm not seeing anybody else call out, that I'll be the first to call out on the internet of what I think's happening, is I think that Lex dialing it all back. James Gunn's talked about all the inspirations for this, and one of the things he's talked a lot about is All-Star Superman, right? A great comic book by Grant Morrison, Frank Quigley. You should all go read it. Great little run, 12 issues. It's like a lot of people consider it like the core distilled, this is what Superman is kind of thing. In there's a part where Superman brings Lois. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, but he brings her to the Fortress of Solitude, right? And we get an issue that's really deep down inside the Fortress of Solitude. Here's what it is. Here's what's going on. There's all this crazy shit. There's all the fucking mementos of what's going on. Nick called out something when we were off air. We were joking around about the Sun Eater, and Nick's like, "Oh yeah, like his pet, like he had it in the animated series, right? That was there." My prediction for what's actually happening, or not overall, from this trailer. Somehow Lex has infiltrated the Fortress of Solitude. I think he's given Superman a Trojan horse that's a threat so big that Superman took back to the Fortress of Solitude that I think was a bomb, similar to like Dark Knight with Joker inside of the GCPD, right? I think he sets that off, that then unleashes all the rogues gallery of weird alien shit Superman's been keeping. And I think that is why you see the crazy monster in Metropolis. I think that's from the Fortress of Solitude. Why do you see the people of Metropolis against Superman? They know that Superman was holding this thing and now it got broken out. Something kicked his ass. Maybe it is that same monster in the Fortress of Solitude when he tried to stop it, right? Maybe it's the ganging up. What's the Sun Eater? What is the thing that's in Metropolis? So many people, including myself, go, "Oh, it's Purple Brainiac." Maybe Cersei. We've seen her in Creature Commandos, right? No. I think it's going to be just another weird alien bug thing creature that Superman was holding in his Fortress of Solitude that is now released in Metropolis. So that's why Superman's haggard. Suddenly he's fighting a PR campaign of everybody being fucking mad about him because Lex is like, "Look, I told you the alien was evil. Look what he was doing. He could have killed these things. He could have put them in the Phantom Zone. No, he kept them here on Earth and now we're fucked," right? I think that's the PR campaign. Then it's going on here. And then I do think it's interesting, as we'll get into it right as we go, are the heroes working with him or are they against him, right? This has been a big
Green
conversation.
Lantern looked like he was kind of shooting at him.
Shooting at the people, yeah.
But at one point, he is fighting Mr. Terrific.
He's fighting Mr. Terrific in the baseball stadium, right? So it is this idea of, that's interesting. Pulling from stuff I've seen over here. This is the internet, right? Which is interesting, but a lot of breakdowns, a lot of things going on. I'm seeing people proposing the idea that perhaps Simon Stagg, we're inside Stagg Industries. They made a point when Superman's there and Green Lantern comes in to confront him alongside. I think it was Hawk Girl, but we're here in a second. That
Hot Girl?
Hawk Girl?
Hawk Girl.
Hawk 2 girls in this.
Gotcha.
Anyways, when they come in, he's clearly just gotten hit in the head. He's doing this thing. It looks like they've fucked up, failed the battle or whatever. And yeah, I think Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, looking great, Nathan Fillion, throws up
Looking
shields. Yeah, I mean, looking great because he looks like shitty ass Guy Gardner.
Okay, I don't know. What
Guy Gardner is supposed to look like
so.
a
Oh, yeah.
fucking
He has
doofus,
a
and this
bowl
guy
cut.
looks like
Okay,
a
good.
doofus.
Nailed it then.
There's no reason Guy Gardner should have a Green Lantern ring. I don't want to hear about it, all right? But it fucking sucks he's got one. No big deal. But I think he throws up the walls there to block out the windows so that they can have a private conversation. I don't think he's shooting at Superman, even though Mr. Terrific does fight him. So what's the kickoff there? But anyways, I think that this organization, whatever they are, has been motivated, to
Fuck
go
yeah, dude.
stop Superman or to help Superman, and I think it escalates when they start blaming Superman as well. The interesting thread that I wouldn't have tugged on for this is that people are saying, oh, Stag here, maybe he's hired those Justice Leaguers, those superheroes to be his personal Justice League kind of thing, and so that there's this whole thread building of, they think they're doing the right thing, but they're actually working for corporate interests, so that when Superman throughout this movie eventually shows them what a real hero is. I think that's an interesting take. I didn't get that from this, but I'm not tossing it out there, especially when we see Metamorpho in the trailer, of course, and Metamorpho being the result of Stag
This
Industries.
honestly sounds like when I watch a Transformers trailer and I'm like, hey, we got fucking Blitzwing and we
This
got
is
fucking...
it. I didn't clock Metamorpho, but there you go.
I
He's
can't
here.
wait. I honestly can't wait to look at this.
You
Are
see
you ready to get
NoHo
into this?
Hank from Barry? Yeah, I'm ready to
Is
go.
he the guy that looked like the White Walker from?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
All right, let's get into this frame by frame.
The Aoshi, I followed all that, Greg. Don't worry. So yeah, here we are in the Arctic, the North Pole. You let it play. I mean, we can stop when we need to. And yeah, I'm saying that.
Is it not the South Pole?
No, was it?
I don't know. I always just assumed it was.
If there's a polar bear, then it's one of the. Poles.
That's a great question. As you know, I didn't know
It
where
would be
New
the
Zealand
North
was
Pole,
for a
Nick.
long time. Yeah.
No polar bears. In the
Yeah,
South
remember,
Pole.
and everybody says North, and remember, of course, North, Miss Tessmacher, North. Which, if we want to pause, of course, we know from the IMDb page and from other stuff probably too. We have a Miss Tessmacher, we have a
Who's
Otis.
Miss Tessmacher?
She's on there, or at least according to IMDb, which I know isn't always 100% accurate. They're there, right? So that's an interesting. That can be a nice, interesting homage if it is. Luthor and three of them going back up there. North, Miss Tessmacher, North. These are all old Superman references, Tim. If you would stop being a fucking coward and let us do Superman in review, maybe you'd fucking know him.
Why are you so scared of it, God? damn
Why
it.
is he scared of good
There's so many
content?
characters.
Anyways, back onto it.
Gene Hackman.
I do like opening with this, like such a classic. Like we need to see the scene, and I feel like seeing this in every different style is really what sets it apart. Of like, all right, cool. What's the look of this movie? And very clear.
Look, yeah, again, I think that's a wig, but maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't like this hairstyle. Only in this scene.
I just like it because it reminds me when Tim's gonna get his hair cut.
It does.
And he comes in with his hair washed. It makes me happy.
It does. That actually does. Yeah.
Does that
and I
change
would,
it for you
now
at
if I saw that as a viewer, I'd probably think Tim was wearing a wig too. So yeah, you know what? You're turning me around.
He might be.
No.
Okay, moving on.
I just like seeing the planet.
A great Daily Planet lobby there. A great Daily Planet logo. Superman spitting the blood.
Really great sound design in this entire trailer. Like all this bit here when he comes down and like hits the snow, it sounds great. And later when he shoots up, like it reminds me a lot of Top Gun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that remind me of Top Gun about this trailer.
I mean,
including the
A great looking Daily Planet newsroom
electric
here.
guitar.
A great looking bullpen. You know what I mean? I love the Daily Planet being this institution of journalism. If you can go back, Kevin, stop on one of the frames that has all these gold trusses up on the walls, right? These things really honoring what they've done. Obviously, you can tell it's a fictional universe. They got too many plasma screens in there to be a real newsroom anymore. You know what I mean? Print journalism is struggling.
Got it.
But yeah, I love the again vibe of just the gold here, right? This like again, Metropolis meant to be the city of tomorrow. Daily Planet meant to be this bastion of journalism. The idea that from the moment you see Clark walking in and seeing these gold accents and seeing the gold globe, to then even when if you want to dial back a frame or two, Kev, to see like a wider shot of the planet and see all the gold stuff on in here. I really like the vibe they're going for it right there, right? Like it's. Even the desks and the way they're pulling the color from it, I love that.
You don't think there's something going on with all the yellow? I mean, I know that. Yeah, it's gold, yellow, but like there's like throughout the whole trailer, there are yellow things everywhere.
Interesting.
I think it's just blue and orange
I think
color
it's-
correction. So everything that has any hues of that, it kind of just like enhanced.
It could also be a production design thing, right?
I mean,
They're
I think you'll see in some other scenes like there's stuff going on, like they're throwing a can at him. The can's yellow. The flag that Superman's logo is on is a yellow thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's designed to
Sinestro's
have
coming, guys.
color.
Sinestro's coming. You're all a bunch of idiots.
Wow. Maybe he'll show up in lanterns, yeah.
I love it though.
They got the
I think
coffee
that those
pot
things
me
are
and Nick
great.
want.
Oh yeah, the coffee
We
pot.
want that diner
Get the
coffee.
coffee pot.
See, I think it's just more production design, right? It's to draw your eye in as the audience to just know that there's some sort of gold happening somewhere, and everywhere he is at, there is a yellow. Like even in this, there's
What-
yellow awnings.
Something to call out here. I think that I don't see enough of. I love this shitty farmhouse for the Kents.
I love it.
If you can go back, I think you look at Smallville's farmhouse. It's humongous. Even the Snyderverse farmhouse was very large. I like that this looks like a very modest Kansas ranch. You know what I mean? I think it's interesting to only see Jonathan out here and him to seem distraught. I think obviously throughout Superman films, we've seen a lot of in Mythos, we see a lot of Jonathan Kent dying. I wonder if we're getting something here of, I know there is a Martha confirmed on the page. I'm not familiar with her work.
Thank God.
I wonder if perhaps, would you hear that name? Maybe she's sick. Maybe she's dying. Maybe they're broken up. Maybe they're doing something interesting with the Kents outside of just, your dad died, but I still love you, son. You know what I mean? I'd like something outside of that.
I like this next shot too because I love the Superman with just a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's a little unkempt. He's a little more grounded.
And I like that Jonathan's fat. You know what I mean? Give fat
don't?
guys like me a role once in a while.
And bald. You know what I mean? If you're losing your hair, you can still be a member of society.
I want you to call, don't even call him. Next time you see him, though, you say, Matt Scarpino, I got a cosplay for you.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wait, we want that energy in this office, don't we? You can be Superman.
I didn't say you should come here. I'm just saying you should be Jonathan Kent.
I'll go as Clark with my.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, unkempt hair.
That's great. That's a great costume for you. Just get that blue suit and those
such
big
a big jump
glasses.
from the
You can
blonde.
borrow Kevin's glasses that he's been wearing all the time. Look exactly like that.
Yeah, there we
The
go.
That's
booster
true,
gold
actually.
glasses.
All right, go on. Good stuff here. This is good. I like this touchstone for Smallville.
This
Like
is
the
just so
font.
good. Like,
Love
it's
the
great.
font.
This is so good. What a fun introduction of crypto, too. Because I do think, and I think there'll be, Games Daily is going to be fucking delayed to get over everybody. Like, I think, we're going to have a long discussion about what the DCU is and how weird it is. But, like, crypto is a weird one. But again, pause it here.
Pause.
Fucking adorable. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
I'll tell you what.
Not traditional crypto though.
Good.
How's it not traditional crypto?
Isn't it usually like a white lab?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Look at little poodle. He's a little poodle.
Crypto's got. There's been pretty big iterations of crypto. To me, this is what I envision crypto to be. But I see what you're saying.
I like that he's a little older because when dogs get a little older, one ear kind of just doesn't work the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
What,
listening.
what I
You know
like
mean?
about
What do you
what I
say?
like a lot about this though, right, is especially from just announcements before Creature Commandos, before seeing any of this, right? It was, crypto's in it. That sounds cool, but also is really hard to fucking do and make it make sense and make me not go, what the fuck? If it is that, guess what? Up at the Fortress of Solitude, I got all manner of weird fucking shit,
He has a
including my dog,
menagerie,
who's
right?
a
The
guard dog.
menagerie, yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, cool. He's not living with the Metropolis. He's not living on the Smallville farm, which I just don't vibe with, unless he's with Connell. What up, Superboy? You know what I mean? But like, if he's up here and he's just on guard dog duty all the time, and there's Kellex feeding him and walking him or whatever, I'm like, okay, I can live with that.
I mean, James Gunn's proven that he can handle animals in movies. Like Guardians 3 did such an amazing job with that. I feel like this is him being like, yeah, I'm going to continue that shit.
Yeah.
We're pulling on your heartstrings every which way.
All right, let it go, Kev.
Oh, he's bigger than I thought. I thought it was like a miniature poodle.
Awesome here. These welding tanks getting blown away. I do wonder, I mean, it's all happening fast. If we could go back to that and let it rerun it a couple times, probably, Kev. Like, it seems like that girl has no idea what's going on. So I wonder how fast the battle is that's coming in to take her on or to, knock her out. You know what I mean? Like,
Little kids don't pay attention.
There is a
so.
giant kaiju foot behind
that's
her.
what I'm saying, right? So it's like where
kids got to just start paying attention in this universe.
Right.
You're gonna have a building fall on you.
and Superman coming in.
A lot of yellow,
Badass.
guys. Look at the yellow on top of the stop
I
sign.
mean, yellow just pops though. Again, the gold. They got this gold vibe for Metropolis.
What is that?
Luther
Is
Corp.
What is,
Danger?
I was gonna say, what is that?
Yeah,
Is it danger? Okay.
No, maybe it's something
Dupree.
else.
You mean Dupree? Dupree Chemicals? DuPont Chemicals? All right, then Lex up here in his high rise. Again, if you want to pause here or on him, Nicholas Holt. Like, I'm with you, Nick. You made a mention of it. I'm excited to see what I feel is a comic book accurate Lex. I am a billionaire, I assume. I run this corporation. I'm cutthroat. I'm going to do all these horrible things. I was, the golden boy of Metropolis until Superman showed up. And now I need to crush this alien who doesn't have our interests.
It's cool. He's introduced as like a golden boy. Look at
Yeah,
him.
yeah, a lot of gold, as you said. This is actually a Yellow Lantern movie, Sinestro Corps.
Who's that? Is that Superman up there?
It's a great question. Is there any movement to that person? Or are they just
Yeah,
up
there's a
there?
little movement. They're stepping forward. Looks like they're holding something.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's not Superman. It doesn't look like Mr. Terrific. Maybe it is Lex. I think, with the world you're inventing here and the way you're pulling on the comics and making this a real comic book world on film, I do assume we're going to get Lex suited up in his power armor at some point.
You have to, right? He's also
get
kinda
that green and
jacked in
purple
this,
armor,
right? He's gonna look
right?
good.
You got so I think that could be here, right? If he's walking across, doing something, getting ready to jump and turn it on like Iron Man or some shit. Got this revolver here, looks badass. Who's he gonna shoot with that though? You know?
I mean, you figure maybe there's some sort of bullet in there. That
Yeah,
can kill
you'd like to
Superman.
think that maybe.
Kryptonite bullet.
So then here we go. A lot of weird stuff. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Obviously, Superman contained for a second in this thing. What's going on around him?
It's like he's glowing. You see the people. At least one person's looking kind of like.
Oh,
blocking
you're
the
right.
light.
Yeah, I thought they were taking photos, but you're right. They're all putting their face up to block it. I hope he doesn't have the solar flare. That's a dumb power. IMO.
So dumb.
Well, it feels like there's some light coming from behind him. Like maybe they're
Yeah.
trying to-
Is that a
Yeah,
foot?
maybe
Is that a
they're
foot
maybe they're
those are all
cooking him.
those look like all cells. Like
Where's
they're
there a
all
foot?
just in the middle of these cells.
behind him?
Yeah, someone's behind
there's
him.
someone. There's someone glowing behind him.
In the
Yeah, someone's got a gun or something on him or a weapon.
Maybe that's color corrected. Maybe that's a Green Lantern.
Maybe that's someone doing like an
Oh, it might be
artificial
guy's
or
boot.
sun
Doesn't guy
powering
wear
him up. Maybe.
white boots?
No, I don't think they're white. I think
Just the way it's shining. Smashes out of this thing.
This
He
looks
says-
like some sort of holding cell.
He says, "Fuck
Yeah.
Hollywood Square." Circle gets the square.
it's,
Oh my
it's a
God.
lot of holding cells. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Think
Maybe
he's getting powered back up by someone.
something I would toss out here is this could lean into a Brainiac theory. You know, we're bottling cities, we're capturing people, we're putting them here in these containment units and stuff. Maybe, even though I don't think it would slip past Brainiac, maybe he doesn't realize he's kidnapped the last Kryptonian and put him in here. We'll see. I like
work
this a
too
lot.
well.
This is one I missed. If you're watching Creature Commandos, of course, they jump in and go to Pokolozinski, or I'm Pokolostan, Pokolistan. And so when this one popped up, and it was in the news footage coming up, it was Borovia, which I for a second was like, oh, is that the one from Creature Commandos? It's not. But it turns out, thanks to Collider, I can tell you that the Borovia, where we are, is a deep cut to Superman comics history. In the second issue of Superman, the Man of Steel ends up traveling to Borovia to make sure peace talks between warring diplomats go through. What I like about this is, well, first off, like I said, the kid whispering Superman really got me. But for me, this is such a great call out, and maybe not, because I'm sure it's been done a million times. For me, what it reminds me of is Death and Return of Superman, when Doomsday has gotten out, but we haven't gotten to the confrontation yet with Superman, and we got all these issues about Lois and Superman going to the fucking sewers to deal with a whole bunch of weird shit. There was a kid who was like, oh man, it's like I'll do it like the bat signal in Gotham. And so he drew a yellow S on the ground, and like by happenstance, Superman saw it and it worked. And I always thought that was a really cute thing. I like this being a cute thing too, where this kid and these people are on their last, hope, right? And so everyone's fleeing from the war zone, and this kid's like, I'm gonna do this, and whisper Superman's name, and you assume he hears it and gets there and beats some people's ass and says it's about freedom, democracy.
yellow flag.
Again,
Kev.
yeah, lots of yellows. Kev said he's not wrong. This guy who bought his groceries and like, fuck this fucking can of beans. You know what I mean? I'm with the guy. Fuck
So
beans. But
this is our best real look at the suit so far, like at least the shoulder parts of it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts now, Greg?
I like it. No, my problem wasn't as much with the audience and maybe the naysayers on Reddit that it looked baggy. It was just like, oh man, I want to see it in motion, in action a bit more. And so I didn't get as much of that as I want. But everything I've seen in this, at no point have I been like, oh, the suit doesn't look good. The suit doesn't look right. I think the suit's looking good. Again, I think this, and for my theory, this is going to be after whatever the big fight is, where Metropolis is now hip to the game. It probably, they fight the monster, and then Lex gets on all phones and radios, right? And is like, oh, this is from the fortress. He did it. Here's footage of it breaking out. His dumb dog peeing on him. You just want to yell at Superman, which is a dumb idea. Stag Industries again, if you want to throw that back just there, like I said.
Yeah, what is that?
Stag Industries, Simon Stagg, he's another one of those bajillionaires or whatever. Stag Industries and Simon play into Metamorpho, though, who you're going to see here in a second. Stag Industries creates Metamorpho, which is then this whole thing of like Simon Stagg being against Metamorpho or whatever.
There's so much in this.
There's so much. But you're right here. We get to the next frame here, Kev.
And chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it that? Oh, I want to fucking stand there for a second. Correct me if I'm wrong. Simon Stagg's daughter loves Metamorpho when he's a man, and that's somehow tied up in all that too. But I would need a correction on that before I could confirm or deny. Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Shadow. I didn't expect answers.
So this is all three of them. This is like him, Mr. Terrific, and Hawk Girl.
So I think again, I think they've all three
Aquaman.
battled whatever this monster is. They win. Lex puts out the message, or maybe even Stag, I don't know, of hey, Superman's the reason all this just happened. Then these guys come in here to have a conversation and they shoot their fucking mouth off and Kal-El got to whip some ass. But again, Guy Gardner looks dumb to him. Guy Gardner is supposed to look dumb.
Good. Cool.
So I think they nailed it. Can we go back and see it one more time? Because again, as me, Greg Miller, DC fan, so excited to see Green Lanterns rather than just one fucking movie. Oh yeah, Kev, can you get me as much as you can from the ring before it lights up? I'd love to see the design of the ring. Okay, great, Kev. Yeah. See, now I am a sucker I like the classic Hal Jordan. It's a smaller, low-profile ring, circle top with the Green Lantern logo in it. This looks a little more alien, like the Ryan Reynolds. I know we don't like to say it, like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern ring, which I'm not stoked about. But perhaps, as you see Guy Gardner having an outfit that, of course, is never in line with what the Green Lantern core is, maybe he made a choice on his ring too. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but again, Nathan Fillion looks dumb as hell here, but he's supposed to look dumb as hell, which I like. I like them blocking out the windows here to have a private conversation.
Going back to that shot right there.
Right.
Go back one more frame
I'm
there.
trying to.
I'm not sure about the hot girl mask.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure that's not looking great when it's not moving.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I think for our first little glimpse of her, that's probably going to be true. I think it's hard to pull that mask off and not make it look weird. It's interesting how many speaking lines she has and how they do with it and what they move with it.
I think
remember when Cody Rhodes came out at WrestleMania 41 and it was the coolest thing ever, but it's impossible to look cool in that mask because anytime that you have a mask that's like a human shape on top of you, it looks dumb.
What about Undertaker's? You can talk shit about the dead man?
I don't even remember what you're talking about.
What? Okay, I'll get you in a chair in a second.
One thing I want to bring attention to, they seem like they have similar suits. So they both have similar jackets.
You're right, Kev. Great call out. They got that design.
Right.
Ooh, so here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing, Kevin.
Let's hear it.
Can you go back and tell me if that's the stag logo? Because look at hers, right? Oh, no, it's not. His is a circle. Okay, interesting. Wait. Go back, Kev. It's a JL.
No.
Go forward and look at Hawkgirl's chest. JL. That's the Justice League logo. For this universe.
Yeah, I mean, I see a J. I don't really see the L side.
I don't see anything.
You're talking about
in the
square
middle
in
of
her
her
chest?
chest. Yeah, the rectangle. No, he's walking up to the camera, folks.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Wow. So they are the Justice League for this universe, do you think?
So far.
Well, it could be.
Do you feel like they're put together by
Now, over here, they're
Luthor?
saying it's ML, Maxwell Lord. Of course, Maxwell Lord funded the Justice League at one point. Maxwell Lord is in this movie. We know he's Sean Gunn. So that would make sense. I personally don't see an M, though, on that.
Wait,
that looks very similar.
Sean Gunn's Maxwell Lord?
Yeah, that looks very much like a J here and an L here to me. Change quality to 4K, somebody said.
Oh, that's actually a good call. No, well, I don't know if it'll reveal anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that's
that
clear.
still doesn't look like an M to me.
That looks like an L or maybe a G. What's the other iterations? Justice
Society, wasn't there?
Oh,
Justice
yeah,
Society?
Yeah, there's Justice Society of
Fuck,
America.
man. We know about that.
Yeah, to me that looks like a J and an L.
Well, either way, they're
Those
part of
look
the
like
same team, right? Because they
and
all have the same sort of
This
like.
goes back to the conversation
cool.
that I think maybe people were off base about of maybe Stag has his own corporate thing of supervillains. Maybe it's Maxwell Lord. Maybe it's Maxwell Lord doing his version of the shitbag corporate Justice League here. And he has these guys
what's
in white.
What's the on his shoulder? That's
a Green Lantern symbol. But then if you look at Mr. Terrific in the back right, like...
Well, we're going to see him in the ballpark as well.
Yeah, but even that suit looks like it has more white than the other one on it. But yeah.
So what's going on here? It looks like the Green Lantern's blocking the people from seeing what Superman's doing.
He's coming in. He wants to have a private conversation. I think what happened is
a reflection
the
of
world
Zodiac.
just found out Superman's the reason this is
sexy.
happening. So he threw that up to come in and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he doesn't want to see them yell.
And then presumably either this happened right before or right afterward.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this big fight sequence between the three of them. You have to imagine he's taking on all three.
I don't know if this could be Hawkgirl fighting the monster outside.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
don't know if it's her fighting Superman. Here she looks cool.
Yeah, that looks great. See, in motion, it looks good.
Yeah.
It's just when someone has to unfortunately act with that mega thing on their head.
Mega thing.
Do you think each one has an emblem for what they are?
Yeah.
Like that's the Hawkgirl
Yeah,
emblem.
I
on
do.
her?
I do. And then this guy. Chad, I don't
Looks
know anything
good.
about this guy if you know anything.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it looks like some alien spitting fire.
Looks like the battery eater from Guardians 2.
Never forget.
Mm.
And then there, this thing
What is
outside
that thing out there?
beaming up the world. Again, could be Brainiac. But the alien tentacles on it, well, granted, I mean, alien has tentacles. I would say it's just going to be a fucking thing that's fighting the world.
I like how much they're just making out. You
Yeah,
know what I
100%.
mean? Like, I feel like they're getting their relationship across, and I'm like, yeah, I believe in them.
It's not David Corn dry.
You're right. You're right. It's the sweat, baby.
Sweat.
How are you feeling about Lois?
I mean, it's Rachel Brosnahan.
She's great.
You love her.
Big fan of her. So
Marvelous
yeah.
Miss Maisel.
So here again to stop Fortress of Solitude, Kellex has been killed, right, or ripped in half. You assume. I feel you look over there. I'm sorry, I'm acting so you can see my eyes, know what I'm seeing. If you look to the left there, right in the back, those could be containment pods, right? Those could be something like that. They could just be cores of whatever the fucking place is or
power
whatever.
corridor, just maybe a cool light that he designed.
This scene's gonna fuck people
that he's
up.
going to sell to IKEA.
I don't think it will. Maybe
Really?
it will, but I don't think we're gonna have a connection to Kellex.
James Gunn, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
If they've somehow in the hour we've been in the movies made us care that much about Kellex, awesome.
So right here, actually, this is what I wanted to draw. Can you go back to that shot?
Trying to. It takes a minute.
Yeah.
I don't see the trunks in this.
I think they're just perfectly hidden.
I mean, it might
It's
be,
just so conveniently hidden.
or it didn't make the render, but it
Yeah.
doesn't look like he's got the red trunks because they go all the way down to like mid thigh.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm wondering if there's a couple different iterations of the suit that we'll see here.
Sure.
But
Maybe it
not.
was just
Maybe
it
it's
all
just-
happened so fast. He's like, I don't have time for the trunks.
But I can still moose my hair.
And Nick says, "What is Kellex? Kellex is a robot that lives at the Fortress of Solitude. That's kind of like Superman's right hand man.
You remember, of course, in Man of Steel, it was a little floaty sperm looking thing, right?
Yeah,
That was supposed to be Kellex.
yeah.
That killed everything that came through.
But yeah, just think of a robot butler up at the Fortress of Solitude. In this
Look like-
iteration, right, he'd probably be taking care of crypto, taking care of all the prisoners, aliens, creatures,
Yeah.
whatever they got.
I like that.
This looks like them growing. This looks like we'll get to him in a
Game
second.
of Thrones.
But it looks like the
Zordon?
Fortress of Solitude is growing rather than getting destroyed, which is interesting.
Maybe this is where when he makes the Fortress of Solitude for the first time.
I guess. Do we need to
Goes
see
to
that
crystal.
again?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't,
With the
think
song.
I don't think you see that again, and I don't think you need to see that again.
Either that or Lex Luthor's doing something crazy.
Land,
Maybe
I want
this is how-
land.
maybe this is how they all break out. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll find out.
So we go through. I like the White Walker here.
This is Metamorpho.
What is Metamorpho's power?
What he can change into all sorts of different
Is that the chameleon?
metals and stuff,
Oh,
right,
okay.
or whatever.
Yeah, he's like a robot, right?
No.
Or
He's a
no,
man. He's a
he's
man.
a-
That's Metallo.
But he
Looks
turns
exactly
into-
like
right, I was
Zordon
thinking
from
Metallo.
Power Rangers.
Look up what was the White Walker King?
He is converted into a man made of
Night King.
shifting mass
Night
of
King, thank
chemicals after being blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, his shoulders are all fucked up.
I just want to
right?
give a shout out to Anthony Kerrigan, who was playing this character.
Yeah.
Right?
No-Ho Hank.
Who was amazing.
Yeah.
In Barry.
Yeah,
It's the
a
exact same
very funny
design.
character. I wonder how much of him we'll get. I wonder if how much of anyone we're gonna get in this movie.
I hope
There's
I
so
hope
many people.
100% of everyone. I hope it's just typical James Gunn, where it beats you over the head with the humor, and you take what you want from it.
It's gonna be
This
interesting,
sucks.
yeah. Of what? Yeah,
This
what do you-
sucks.
No, that part. Sorry. Next scene. That sucks.
these buildings
Oh,
falling down.
that doesn't look fun.
You hate to see that. You hate to see
Is
it.
that New York? That's a famous building, right?
No,
With the
That's-
top?
That's the one with
That's
Spider-Man.
where- Yeah, MJ
brought back.
was on the roof in the little dress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
guy
a
was
weird
the-
Japanese dress.
Yeah.
Like, why are you wearing it? Why are you wearing this kimono right
It was
now?
the early 2000s, everyone.
Yeah, Metamorpho. The stag stuff and Metamorpho stuff is going to be interesting to see how they put that into this.
It is a hodgepodge. It's a lot of
Lex
things
has been
going
fucked
into
up
this
here
too.
too, worth pointing out. And he's sad. He's mad sad.
I mean, he really shaved that head, didn't he?
He did, man. He got in there.
Yeah, man.
Good for him. So role of a lifetime for him. He's like, I smell a franchise.
He's like, I've never been in a superhero movie before. This is a big deal.
Pretty cool. Yeah, never.
I mean, remember, he's the guy with the mangoes. Just saying.
No.
Let it go, yeah. And let's see if we get any more hints of where we're at in this. Because this, you would assume, is when the plane's falling apart. I'll go back. This is what I was talking about with the kid in the Bovia.
Damn it. Sorry, I can either go back half a
No,
frame.
Kev, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. I know we don't have. Well, this is just YouTube's technology.
All right, now I'm gonna inch forward.
And one more. There it is. So yeah,
Discuss.
Borovian troops amassing at border. Current level of threat. Live reports coming in from the Borovian border.
Luthcorp TV.
GBS News.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
you assume right that this is actually the footage of the kid raising the flag is what Superman sees. So he's like, I got to go over there. And GBS, of course, Galaxy Broadcasting System.
Do you get
course.
the feeling this is happening in the Daily Planet?
No, because this TV looks like dog shit. But maybe
I imagine it's his house, his apartment.
I would think it was somebody's house, or maybe it's like Perry's office.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just his office TV.
That's what I was thinking in the Daily Planet.
Yeah. Superman pushing buildings off.
He's fighting that tentacle monster.
Yeah,
so.
that's the
See
big
his little
tentacle
tentacles.
monster.
Where?
Up on
In
the
the
top right.
background.
Why aren't they moving? I don't think those are tentacles. I think
Oh,
that's just
Lord.
architecture.
Okay.
No,
You
no, they
don't-
moved. You're right.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, guys.
I love this
Crypto
shot.
bringing it
This
back.
is so good.
That damn dumb ear.
I haven't seen the substance, but I've seen a lot of clips on Twitter of the
Sure,
substance, and this reminds me of them. Every single one I've seen.
interesting.
Do you know what I'm talking
No.
about?
Huh.
Do you know what I'm
No.
saying?
I've seen the substance. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck's happening in the substance, but there's a clip I just keep seeing of, I think it's Demi Moore just dragging Margaret.
Sure.
It looks exactly like this.
Have you
Interesting.
Put
have
them
you watched
side by
Substance?
side, somebody. I'm telling you.
Have you watched Substance?
I have not seen the substance.
Are you
no.
going to?
I probably will. Yeah.
Let me tell you right now. Put it at the top of your list.
Okay.
Because if you like,
Is
Demi
it? Would it
Moore-
be a good plane movie for everyone else to see what's going on?
No, far
Okay.
too many titties and asses for
Boobies.
that.
Okay.
Lots of boobies.
Okay.
But if that's your thing,
I
kids
mean,
got to learn about titties somewhere.
That's true. Who's this character?
See, this is the thing. Everybody says it's that. Excuse me. Mr. Terrific is fighting him in the baseball stadium, but isn't it this guy fighting him? And I don't have an idea. I've been trying to figure out who this guy is. I haven't figured it out.
He's got
Chat,
a weird helmet on.
you
right?
probably know more than me. Who is it? Ultraman?
Isn't it the
No.
knockoff? Oh,
It's Ultraman?
Ultraman
No. Where are we getting that?
from Heroes Club.
it looks like a Black
Jesus.
Noir. That's hilarious. Let's see right here.
What? Where are we getting Ultraman?
Oh, it is Ultraman.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Yes,
it
it's
is.
Ultraman.
Well, it is that same character, not Mr. Terrific. I don't know if it's Ultraman or not, but yes, he's not fighting.
Set
Mr. Terrific.
photos? He has a giant U on his chest. I don't see that anywhere in here.
I mean, his suit definitely looks like different than Mr. Terrific's. Mr.
Yeah,
Terrific
he's
had
not.
white
This is
on
not
it,
Mr.
right?
Terrific.
There's Mr. Terrific.
But go back. Oh, it's not normal crime syndicate Ultraman? Okay.
Oh, it's not normal crime syndicate Ultraman. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, that's Superman from another universe. He shows up looking just like Superman, but he's got a U on it instead of an S.
Oh. Thank you for clarifying.
Oh, somebody says I saw a test screening, so yes, it is.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
you.
don't know. Yeah, don't.
Fuck
know what?
you.
You want me to ban that kid? I'll
No,
ban
I
the
want him to
shit
tell
out
me
of
how he got in the. Tell me to get in the. You know what I mean?
People get to test screens. He's lying though. He's just trying to get your attention. You're giving it to
It
him.
worked. Anyways, we'll rewind this a bit. Let me see all this again now that the people are saying it's Ultraman.
Well, you think now you're gonna see?
No, but I just want to. I just want to
see.
see again. This is one of my main things when I was watching, where people are like, "It's Mr. Terrific." I was like, "Is it? Is it?"
They punch through a wall. That's like a Superman thing to do.
Got to fight in a baseball stadium.
Or
Yeah.
catch a plane.
Yep. Here's Mr. Terrific. It looks like saving Lois Lane. Looks like what? Are we getting surrounded by Luthor Corps troops? Like again, usually Lex. I'm seeing the
Look at these
purple
little
on him.
Yeah,
drones
there's
that
a
are making
purple
this
one on the
shield.
left.
I'm gonna go
This reminds me of the Flash movie a little bit, and that's not a great thing. But
this one scene.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
See, I'm surprised you say that because to what it reminds me of is, of course, a little movie called Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Well, remember, they framed Superman for killing a bunch of people, but they didn't really actually tell you that in the original version. You had to watch the Ultimate version to really get what was going on. But anyways,
Ultimate
it was the same thing there. Lois was there, and Superman saved her, but here you got Mr. Terrific. Kevin, can we go back to the beginning of this? Let it play a second. Thank you. All right, so Mr. Terrific's still in his corporate
on.
Justice League thing. I'm going to go up to the TV because I want to get my face as close as possible to the Luthor guys and see if I can see that they have the Luthor logo on their chest.
Sounds great.
Luthor logo.
It is. I mean, they got the purple and green. Kev, though, yeah, leave it right here.
Somehow Kang returned.
God, I wish I could show people this angle.
You can.
Can you move it just to, go a couple frames forward, Kevin? Just keep going there. Let them see it. Let them feel it.
It looks like they're what's
Yep,
his
went too
face?
far. There you go. Perfect.
Master Chief on the right there.
It does
Greg
look like
says you're right.
Master Chief. They're cool though. I mean, they are the Luthor colors, right?
Yeah, I
The
can't see
purple
it.
and
I was looking
green.
for the L, the crest there, but
Chat.
yeah, that's definitely
What's
Luthor
going on
colors,
with Homie in the Hawaiian shirt?
which means
down
we're
at the bottom
definitely
here?
getting. Well, if you would have watched, well, first off, pause right here.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
we
touch
saw him in the
anything.
beginning.
You look in the back. We got Luthor Corps drums. We got the oil drum there next
Yeah.
to the tent that has an LC on it.
Sure.
If I don't know what test experiment, whatever they're doing here, but in the teaser we got yesterday, the homies in the Hawaiian shirts were coming out looking up because they heard something
Oh,
coming,
Okay.
and apparently it was Mr. Terrific, maybe, or maybe it was probably these guys coming to kill Lois Lane. I guess my prediction here, of course. So I've laid it out for you already, right?
Yeah, of course.
Lex, no, I leave it up,
crystal
Kev.
clear.
Please leave it up, Kev. Lex has turned. No, leave it. Just leave it, Kev. Just leave it where you were. Lex has had out for Superman. He's unleashed these things. He's turned everybody around. Yada yada yada. Lois, of course, has somehow cracked the code that Lex is behind all of this, and to do that, she has to go to this place to get whatever it is, the MacGuffin, get the thing, get the evidence to report on it for the world and set Superman's name right? Then what happens is Lex finds out about that, sends these guys to kill Lois. Mr. Terrific somehow finds out about that as well. He comes to protect Lois, and this is him veering away from the corporate Justice League and realizing their whole shit is bullshit and that they've been fed a line of bullshit. And now he's got to team up and be a real hero.
I think that's right.
Thank you,
I'll
Kev.
say it.
Thank you, Kev. Takes a brave man to get on Greg Miller's
Do you
side.
feel like by the end of
He's
this,
been wrong
we
so
get the
much
formation
with
of the
this.
Justice League?
No. For Justice
least-
League, here's the thing. Justice League already exists, and I bet this isn't the first iteration of it. This is a universe with history, so it's already out there. It's already been happening. Batman's already at work in Gotham. Wonder Woman apparently not. Creature Commandos was very much like
So where are you at with Creature Commandos?
caught up, ready to talk about it.
What's that look like? How
3
many-
episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 episodes. And when they introduced it, they introduced this really interesting idea that I like, where Cersei, of course, is working against everybody being bad or whatever, and she's got a group now of basically January 6 types. That's like, hey, they're calling them what the Sons of Themyscira, and her idea is like, help me overthrow all this, and then we'll go overthrow Themyscira, and you can live on the island with all these women. We'll take over, yada yada yada. But in the news report about it, they go like, Themyscira reportedly, and theoretic, like fiction. They're like, is it real? Is it fake? Of this this island full of women in Amazons or whatever.
I think this ends with the Justice League or Justice Society forming.
Ugh. Can I get one more on that? Sorry, can you rewind and let it play through?
That's
here?
a great
A lot
shot.
of yellow though, like Kevin's saying. We're inside a parallax dream. This is an amazing shot.
Is this in Paris? No, something else. Never mind.
A dope ass building, you know?
Play it.
Yeah. Sorry. And the suit looks great there. Looks very much like
Hey, go back to that one more time.
All-Star Superman.
Got the trunks there for sure.
Oh, yeah,
for
the
sure.
trunks there for sure. Okay, good. Yeah, there's the trunks.
Like, can you hold it right here, Kevin? Don't
Yep.
touch anything. Tim?
Mhm.
I hate fucking DC Universe. Why is it, Tim, that we've been doing this long?
Mm-hmm.
Digital comics.
Yep.
And every fucking digital comic reader still sucks ass.
Sucks doo-doo.
The worst.
I
You know what I
hate it.
mean? All right, so what
Look at
I
his
think
knees.
is
Got bumpy
3.
knees.
I,
Got
you know,
some
I'll
bumpy
say
knees.
this: the suit itself, I like the choice. I'm not sure I love the design, but I like the choice of having it be more structured armor wise than muscular. Because I think we're over the hey, I worked out a lot, and then you're going to accentuate the muscles with the bigger muscles baked into the suit. I think we just don't need that. And I like that it looks more like an armor suit, like a suit of armor, like a uniform that he wears.
I love the colors. I don't love the suit, but I don't dislike it. It doesn't really do much for me, but I feel like
Yeah.
the colors bring it together. Having the yellow S on the back and the yellow belt, I'm like, yeah, it's freaking sick.
Again, tying in with the yellow around the universe and stuff like that, which is nice. But I like how bright it is. I like that it's bright, it's poppy. This screams like it's going to be fun and very creative.
Yeah.
Reminds me of this a lot. I like that. Obviously not one for one by any stretch of imagination, but I think just the giving them the full frame in the same way they
Yeah.
did in the comic book for All Star Superman when they kissed on the moon.
You think she's holding her breath?
On the moon?
Yeah.
Well, no, she had superpowers at this point.
Do you think she wears those big shoes to be a little bit taller for him?
Probably.
That's what
You know
I
what
do
I
for
mean?
you.
Also, that's still hip in Metropolis right now.
The 90s.
Big shoes. Hey, man, again, you should watch the teaser from yesterday because they have a shot in the. We should watch that actually, I guess.
I was
'cause
told not to watch it.
we're about to end the trailer, right? Look at this.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
hold on,
looks
hold
like
on, hold on. Rewind. Let me see this in full motion, Kev.
He
Okay.
does a little spin. He's
That's
doing
him
a
Okay,
little
cool.
twirl.
twirling out of.
You think he's
something.
what was he doing? Was he sucking?
Sucking the
Was he
fire
doing
out
like
of-
sucking the
yeah.
fire out? Classic.
Someone's
Classic.
exploding and he just took it with him.
I think it's just.
I just want to make sure
flair.
he's not solar flaring. I don't need the fucking solar flare.
He's not going to solar flare.
People are like, oh, Superman's too powerful. DC
Do you
Comics
think
like,
he's-
what if we made him even more powerful? Like,
Do you
no,
think
go
Howard
the
does that
opposite
in the
way.
palm of
Doesn't
his
that
hands?
depower him though? The
Yeah.
solar flare. So it's like he might have to do that, and
No,
then
it's stupid.
He,
It's dumb.
Then he can get hurt. No, I
Now,
think
would
it's
you
dumb, too.
prefer the solar flare or the taking the S off the chest?
Honestly,
and
I'd
throwing
prefer
it
he
at
takes
someone?
the cellophane S off and throws that.
Okay,
That's
fair enough.
absurd.
Fair enough.
Fucking
Love the
stupid.
shot.
Yeah,
Simple.
I mean, obviously,
effective.
great.
He's the sun, guys.
Love
this
this shot.
shot.
Here we go. You know what I mean? They like each other.
Kissy, kissy.
That's a hug. She's like, oh man, you got to go fight all the stupid shit you held. That's dumb.
We'll kiss later.
It's like Jen if she had to hug me right before I got crushed by all the Ghostbusters gear I have. You know what I mean? She's like, you made this bed. This is on you, you
Yeah, but
idiot.
isn't that kind of how you want to go?
Oh my god, totally. You know what I mean? You all know. I've told it many times. I've told Jen many times, and I'll tell you in case she tries to overthrow it. But like, bury me in the suit, the Ghostbuster suit. I need to be in my full dress. All right.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I mean, don't get me wrong too. Like, cremate me. Don't you know what I mean? Save your money. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sell
Do
me,
it in the
sell
suit.
me the science, but
Yeah.
put me in the jumpsuit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and then we get to a weird thing of if I'm just getting burned up, maybe save the suit for Ben. Maybe Ben's gonna want to wear my suit one day.
The suit. I like how there is the suit.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about.
I do.
I mean, save
do.
them
I can
all.
smell
Gotta
it.
smell
You
it.
know.
I'm ready to make a black
does
one
have a
because I got
smell.
the engineering patch for my 2 in the box, which my PK.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember this PK
Oh,
in my
yeah.
Ghost Trap
How could I
game? Big
forget?
deal. Anyways, I digress. Back to Superman. Kevin, could we watch the teaser trailer so Nick could see the shot of the Daily Planet? Because you get they said yesterday, and I'm not. Yesterday, James said 1 frame from this is in the trailer, and I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head which one it is right now. But you get a shot of Cat Grant and Jimmy Olsen and
cool.
Ron Troop and Steve Lombardi all there in the Daily Planet.
That's fun.
The Daily Planet
what's
from
your name?
above too.
The blonde
Hold on,
one.
2 seconds.
That's Cat Grant.
Big Cat Grant fan.
I wonder why.
She's awesome.
You want
She is
audio?
She is
The
the
actress.
what now?
Do we do audio on this?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Give if people haven't seen.
In for a penny, in for a
Can we
pound.
do the thing where we see it full screen? So I mean, this is like
we don't
10
need the music.
seconds.
It's just the same song.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Hey,
audio.
excellent. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. There it is. Ready?
Hot.
That's awesome.
There you go. Pause here if you can. Right. We see, we got Jimmy Olsen. But again, this is back to my thing of something you were talking about earlier, right? Of I guess I was talking about actually. But like I love the fact that there's a color vibe to this. I love the fact that it is clearly modern times, but it's got a weird 70s tinge to it, if that
Little
makes
bit,
sense.
yeah.
Like
There's a lot of
look at the
mustaches in there.
mustaches we got for
Mustache,
Steve,
yeah.
right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like you're doing your goddamn thing.
Is
out
it? Oh, the screens. Yeah, I was gonna say, is it modern times? But yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
But I think-
it's just all production design, right? It's them saying
Exactly.
like we're creating this universe to look and feel a specific way that's like surreal. It's not grounded. It does have a vibe of something a little bit more special.
Yeah, I like the idea that they went through and like made choices to make this a very.
And again,
specific-
I know we talk a lot about the goal, but I do think a lot of that is just like honestly just chalking up to artistic direction and production design. Like Cat Grant being in this specific color makes this whole like look at how beautiful this shot is because it's very, very, very specifically art directed. There's only 3 colors in this whole shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm being reductive, but still,
Yeah.
the majority of the color that pops are colors that you would see in hues of Superman, which is nice, and that just makes sense when you're watching an entire hour-long movie. It ties everything in together visually for the storytelling.
Let it play a little bit just to see, for Nick to see a bit more. People are like, what? And again, yesterday, look up and we're all like, oh, it's gonna be Superman doing cool stuff, and now it's just it's the monsters he unleashed on us. Why Superman? Why
Oh, these
Yeah,
are the
that's
Hawaiian
Hawaiian,
shirts,
yeah.
yeah.
your homies, as you call them?
Oh.
They got Luthor Core clipboards, so yeah, they're doing a Luthor Core experiment.
Is that the original font from Superman?
But
It looks
it's
similar.
made to look. Yeah, it's a modern take on what it
What
looked like.
font that is? It's cool.
There you go.
It's great.
I guess him flying at the sun was the one
I
shot
love
they
this.
reused or whatever.
Awesome stuff.
Incredible.
Hell yeah. I mean, we're here, right? It's beginning.
Yeah.
The countdown to the new universe actually starting. We are just
Well, it's already started. Creature
about
Commanders.
5 months away. Live
Creature
action,
Commanders.
5 months away from
Sure.
this. So really, really excited. Actually, that's not right. It's July for this one.
July
not May.
11th.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Man, pretty nuts. Nuts times, man.
Incredible.
New DC universe, kind of a restart of Marvel with Fantastic Four, first steps. Good time. 2025 is going to be big for us.
Very big for us. Huge for me, though. And that's the most important thing. Because, of
course.
course, one of the things I realized last night when I couldn't sleep because I was so excited for this trailer was, of course, that Ben will be. I don't know if he can watch the entire movie. Like, I'm going to show him this trailer tonight. I don't know if he can watch the entire. Maybe not, actually, it doesn't matter. What I realized is Ben's about to get, like, so many Superman toys. So many Superman water bottles, so many Superman PJs, everything. This kid's indoctrinated. It's happening.
Yeah, it is.
Try to stop it, Nick. I dare you.
I'm not. You're raising
Stay out
him
of my
right.
fucking way.
You're raising him right.
Let us know in the comments below what you thought about this Superman trailer, what your theories are for what actually is going on in the film, and whatever else you want to say about Superman and Greg Miller. We're about to do Kind of Funny Games Daily, so stay tuned. If you're on Twitch, you can stay where you are. If you're on YouTube, you need to make the jump over to youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, the new video for Games Daily. After that, we're doing a Gamescast. After that, we're doing other
No
stuff.
Gamescast.
No Gamescast.
Remember, this was your Gamescast. After this is
it.
Games Daily, and after Games Daily, why not head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can pick up your happy hour membership. $25 and up members today get to call in and talk to us on a show that's private just for them.
There we go. Till next time. Love you all.
Up and away.
Look up.
Look up.